In today's video, we're going to be looking at the biggest and most controversial change to the Grand Theft Auto 6 map so far. So where we last left off, we were looking at version 9 of the GTA 6 community map. I'm using the website stateofleonida.net. We've talked about how awesome this website is in the past, all the tools and features, etc. So I won't go over all of that in this video today. But where I last left off, we were on version 9, which was a big change. It added a ton and made some nice updates to the map. In fact, it kind of addressed this little corner right here where things were shaped up a little bit differently. However, we have a new version 9.5. And I don't know if 9.5 is official. At least it's been added to this website right here. So I guess it's going to be official. And it's the biggest change so far, and it removes something so controversial. So on the right-hand side over here, you can see we have map updates, and if we move this little slider over here, boom, you can see that we are now on version 9.5. And 9.5 is significantly different than version 9. I'm almost just gonna keep flipping back and forth so you guys can see it really quickly. And obviously the thing you'll recognize is the panhandle is completely gone. It has been wiped off and has been totally removed. So it looks like version 9.5 is going with the theory and going forward that the GTA 6 map is not going to feature a panhandle like the real life map of Florida does. And I guess honestly, that's what we should look at next. As you guys can see right here, this is a real life map of Florida. And you guys have probably seen what Florida looks like at this point, but it has this sort of panhandle area up here. And that's what up until now, all the versions of the Grand Theft Auto 6 map were looking like. It had this sort of small inlet right here. And then I would say the majority of the state and its major cities take place in this quadrant right here, where things go primarily north to south as compared to east to west. So this is a huge change. Again, if we jump back here, you can see that all of this area up here is now completely blank and completely empty. And so now you might be wondering, well, how significantly does this change the size of the map? Because that's probably the biggest question. And we can actually sort of utilize this tool right here, this ruler tool over there. And if we click on the very top point, which it's not going to be an exact science, but if we click here and then go all the way down to the Leonida keys, you can see that from north to south, the total kilometers is 16.87 kilometers. So that is the distance from north to south. And now if we take a look at the distance from east to west, you can see that things have actually probably significantly changed, with it only being around 10.15 kilometers. And the big difference is when we go back to version 9, you'll see just really how much land we're losing. So again, this is not a perfect science, but you can see there that now with the panhandle going from this point right here to this point right here, which would basically just be driving across it, you can see it's now 17.10 kilometers. That is a huge difference. And if we do the same thing from the very top point of the panhandle to, let's just say, this tip of Vice City right here, you can see that it's 21.32 kilometers the distance. That is a huge difference between, again, version 9 and version 9.5. And now if we do the exact same thing, we'll go up to sort of this little point right here and kind of go to the exact same point right there. It's only 14.6 kilometers in total. So you can see there's a huge difference in land mass right here. And this shape of the map seems to be taking on a version of the Grand Theft Auto 5 map, which we can actually overlay the Grand Theft Auto 5 map onto this. We'll make the opacity about 80%, and we'll put that right there. And you can see that that is what the size of the GTA 5 map looks like right there. Now, we can actually move this so that we can get this kind of in the center right there. And now, as you guys can see, that's what roughly the size of the GTA 5 map looks like versus the new GTA 6 map. Now, you're not going to see much difference when it comes to the other Rockstar Games maps because they're just significantly smaller. Like, for example, Grand Theft Auto 4's map, again, is still really only the size of Vice City itself. If we look at the old Vice City map, you can see just how small it is in comparison. It's not even half the size of just the city limits of Vice City. And then if we go to San Andreas's map, you can see it's a little bit larger, basically about the size of Vice City and its surrounding areas, but still not as significant as the Grand Theft Auto 5 map, which again is the biggest of the bunch and has the most area. So you can see now that this change has been made and now that we're lacking this panhandle, GTA 5's map size creeps in a little bit closer than what Grand Theft Auto 6 map size is. And I'm moving the map over to the right side because I want to show you guys this. If Rockstar models 1,000 meters of seabed in all directions, then the underwater terrain will be almost as large as the entire landmass. So right now the landmass is 109.233 square kilometers, and underwater would be 95.193 square kilometers. That is a ton of room for Rockstar Games to put some super cool mysteries, secrets, things to explore, etc. We've seen a ton of that in the screenshots so far, that there looks like obviously there's going to be a lot of water involved. Water in Florida is obviously a huge part, real life, of the culture in the state itself. So it's not surprising that it should be in Grand Theft Auto 6. So I don't know what to think about this. Just looking at this new map is going to take some adjusting. It looks so odd. We also still don't know so much from Rockstar. I mean, there's so many different factors here. Are there going to be various islands off the coast of Leonida, like there are islands off the coast of Florida in real life? I mean, if we just go to it right here, look at these islands that are significantly close to it. You've got the entire island of Cuba, the Cayman Islands, the Bahamas, Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, all super close. And let's not forget that Florida in real life also borders two other states, Alabama and Georgia. So how is Rockstar going to do that with this map right here? Are they going to treat it like Leonida being its own floating world? But we've also seen so far that Rockstar Games have already mentioned other states, like the state of Gloriana, and we know that Mount Caliga National Park is seemingly based off of areas that are not in Florida. Looks like they're based in either Georgia, North Carolina, more mountainous areas of the Southeast. So how is Rockstar going to do this? Is there going to be like another state up here? Is there going to be more islands to the south? We don't know. There's still a ton of questions, but this is going to take some getting used to. And that's the question I want to leave for you guys in this video today. What do you guys think of the newest GTA 6 map that I think makes the biggest and most controversial change yet? No panhandle. For those of you guys that have been following this community map for a while now, you'll know that the panhandle wasn't originally a part of it. Now, Yanis has sort of taken this over the last couple of months, but when it was originally made by Dupsor, the first couple of GTA 6 community maps did not feature a panhandle. So this is a relatively new addition, but now it has been removed. Do you like it better with a panhandle, without the panhandle? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.